Hi, my name is Leslie. I'm one of the social workers who works here. So you're going to be working with me today for this session. So that's just me. Let's talk about you a little bit.
Hi, my name's Maria. I am 25 and I have 3 kids.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a single mom now, so yeah, that's a little bit about me.
nice. So can you tell me your main reason for coming in and seeing me today?
I'm just really struggling with trying to take care of my children. My doctor recently diagnosed me with anxiety, so I'm really finding it hard to manage my kids and my anxiety. Yeah.
That sounds like it might be a little bit of a struggle. So your anxiety diagnosis is quite recent?
Yeah, it happened about a month ago, but I've probably been struggling with it for about a year now.
So over the year when you've been struggling, what does that look like for you?
It's a lot of, I have trouble going out in public because I'm just really on edge all the time. I feel very tired lots. I feel like people are always judging me, and I just prefer to stay home with my kids, but they like doing activities out of the house, so yeah.
So is this struggling and this feeling of judgment and that feeling tired, is this an everyday feeling for you?
Yeah, since I started taking medication, it's been a little bit better, but I feel like if I was to stop taking the medication, it would just go back to how it was before.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about your kids.
They are 7, 5, and 2.
Nice.
So very busy. My youngest one, yes, is a toddler now. My oldest one is in grade 2, and he really likes sports. But it's really hard because I can't really afford them, and I struggle to keep a job because my anxiety as well. So I feel like I'm letting him down in a way because I can't afford to pay for all the sports he wants. But yeah, so my middle one, he really likes to do arts and crafts. He's not really the sports type, he's more of the arts and crafts. So we do have art supplies at home, but I just don't think as much as he would like to have to be creative. But and my youngest one, they're just kind of exploring now. They're a toddler, so doesn't really know. She doesn't really know what she likes yet. But,
so the 2 boys and the girl.
Yeah.
That sounds like it must be a busy household then.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's go back to your anxiety. Do you think your anxiety has any implications on you being a mom? You talked about the financial struggles a little bit, but what about the anxiety? Do you think that affects you at all?
Like how it affects me being a good mom.
Yes.
I think it almost bars me from doing certain activities with my kids because if we don't have to do it, then I just don't want to. So if we don't have to go to an activity for school or in the park or something, then we won't go just because I just feel like I'm not ready to go. So I feel in that sense I'm not being a very good mother to my kids because they want to go do this stuff, but if it's not necessary, I don't want to. So I just feel like it keeps me from doing things that I normally would want to do with my children. Yeah.
Well, personally, I don't have any children. I am a cat mom, but I really feel that struggle that you have, even though I can't relate in that exact same way. But try not to say that you're a bad mom and stuff like that. The fact that you're here with me today is really commendable. Was it hard to actually come out and meet me today?
Yeah, it took a lot out of me because I don't want to feel that judgment. So I just was scared that you might be like, oh, here's another bad mom with anxiety. Like I just didn't want to feel those typical judgments that I normally get from people.
Well, this is a judgment-free zone, so don't worry. anything you share with me, no judgment whatsoever. I'm ultimately here to support you, and we're gonna work towards getting reaching your goals. So, so that we can plan for our next sessions, what do you think your future goals are relating to your anxiety in parenting?
I would like to slowly start doing more things with my kids out in the community.
Yes.
I do, because there's that a little bit of a social anxiety. I really would like to start being able to give my kids more and just going and doing activities.
Yeah.
Like, I know that there's that financial piece too, but if it's a free activity, I'd like to try and get out and do that with the kids. I know the anxiety won't all disappear at once, but I would like it to slowly kind of go away, like maybe through like coping or strategies maybe. I was thinking, I don't really know any, but I think that's kind of what I'd like to work towards.
Yeah, so coping mechanisms and coping strategies are a great way to reach your goal, which is slowly working towards reducing that social anxiety. Yeah, so that is definitely something that you and I can work on together. So do you think, is there anything else that you feel like you want to share with me today that would help me get to know you a little bit better?
I have a hard time trusting people.
Okay, yes.
So I'm really trying to put myself out there and just be able to, you've made me feel very respected, so I do feel like I can trust you, which is really nice, but I'd like to feel like that with other people as well. So I have a hard time trusting people and creating just good relationships. I don't have a very good support system. My two boys have the same father, and we are no longer together, and the father doesn't really want much to do with the children. And my youngest daughter, her father and I are together, but he's actually away right now. He's serving in the army, so we don't really see him that often. So I don't really have that much of a support system in terms of friends either. And I moved to Regina from Manitoba, so all my family's in Manitoba.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be a really tough situation, and I'm sorry that even though you do have the father of your youngest with you, that he's not here. I can see that being really difficult. Do you think that has any relation with your social anxiety at all?
A little bit, yeah. I feel like I'm always on edge, partially because I'm worried that I'm going to get that phone call or somebody coming to my door saying, your husband has passed or your husband has been injured. So I fear that something may happen, so I do also think that kind of plays a part in my anxiety as well. Yeah.
For sure, I can't imagine what that lingering in the back of your mind must feel like. I'm sorry that happens, but we're gonna work on that together. So I really appreciate you sharing everything with me today about your boys and your daughter. 7, 5, and 2 sounds like a lot. But yeah, we're definitely gonna work on that social anxiety together, trying to decrease that, finding coping mechanisms, and then seeing if we can find some mental clearing and self-care stuff, especially to help you when your significant other is not here with you, and kind of decreasing that anxiety a little bit as well. So it's kind of all the time that we have for today. So let's talk about meeting in the next couple weeks or so.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, well, it was lovely meeting you today.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, thank you for everything.
You're welcome. Thanks.